My name is David Hainsworth. I've been involved in Spur Steak Ranches since 1978. I would call myself a second generation franchisee. My father, Dudley Hainsworth, opened the first Spur in the then Transvaal in 1978 in Klerksdorp on Church Street. Our whole family was involved, my mother, myself and my brother. I worked as a chipper because I was too young to be a waiter at the time, and my brother worked in the making section and my mother ran the floor. And because there were no grillers at that time, my father was the griller for about 2 years. And then about a year and a half later, we purchased the Spur in Potchefstroom. It was already up and running, but we bought it. It was on its way out. And since then, we've relocated it twice. Once from the original site in town to a freestanding unit, and then they built the mall on the ground where the freestanding was, and this is where we are today. I currently involved in this Spur and 2 Spurs in Rustenburg, namely Toledo Spur and Sonora Spur, and I also own the Spur in the East Rand Mall, Silver Peak Spur. Well, the Potchefstroom community has been very loyal to Spur over the years. It's got a small town feel to it. It's a student town. We get a lot of support from the students. We've had a lot of support from the students over the years. In the early years, there was a lot of military activity in the area, and we got a lot of support from the various wings of the Defence Force at the time. I can remember the medics who used to operate out at Klerksdorp. Whenever I worked in the Spur in Potchefstroom, there were always guys in military uniforms with medic insignia on them. There was the Air Force here at the time and the Army as well, and we had a lot of support from them. The town during holiday periods tends to be a little bit quiet, and then you realize that it's just a plattelandse dorpie without the university. We are constantly involved in charity work in this town as well. We are making soup on a weekly basis for a home for the homeless, and also for a school in the local township, Ikageng. We are supplying them soup on a weekly basis. We are involved in schools here, sponsoring golf days. We are involved today, in fact, in a church is having a golf day, and we are sponsoring that. And in fact, some of our managers have gone to go and play in the golf day. And we're constantly involved in that. We're also involved in the university, sponsoring rugby teams in the hostels. We've been involved in the Varsity Cup very extensively, right from the beginning. In fact, my management team was cooking burgers at the Varsity Cup in the early days before the caravan took over. We're always putting back into the community. Yeah, we've still got lots of people with basting in their blood here in Potchefstroom. We have a griller named David who's been with us for 30 years and is still with us today.